temptations of the void.
Void! Oh, wait, no. Let me take that one again, please. Hi, everybody. My name is Incy. Welcome to my home located in the void. I have been working on an original universe for the past decade or so, and only just recently started talking about it pretty openly online. I've got a small playlist, which I will link in the top corner icon, give you a chance to learn about the layout of the universe, the deities, the 5 main protagonists, and also introduce my magic system. However, I don't really go into depth with the magic system in a very helpful manner in those past videos, so let's do that today! To start, a brief recap for the folks that decided to forego watching those past videos just yet. I don't blame you. Let's watch the new stuff first. This universe that I've made has 8 deities. All of them have their own respective elements that they stand for, embody, represent. They're kind of obvious when you look at them, but also some of them are kind of not, and you know, that's fine, that's okay. Each humanoid in this universe has a connection with one of these deities. This connection is what gives them the magic powers. Now, the new stuff. Before a human, angel, or demon is born, these 8 gods will know the potential that that individual mortal has, and will begin to fight over who will have ownership over that being's life. Sometimes they literally fight too, if it's a particularly interesting or quote-unquote rare kind of person. Kind of like if it was a gacha or blind box, or even like a trading card game booster box situation, you know? If you know, you know. The birth god will then influence that mortal's hopes, dreams, goals, achievements, and also, yes, those special magical powers, which is actually known as their spark. This influence that the god has over their humanoid is called a tether. As of right now, there are 2 things that must happen for someone to activate their tether and unlock their spark. Rule the first: they must know their tether exists. This can be through a vision, or seeing, hearing signs in their day-to-day life. Maybe it's by finding someone who can give them a pathway to find that connection. I'm talking like spiritually or literally, by the way. Another way would be that this god just shows up, and at that point the deity can have a conversation with them or just give them their tether's word. The main aspect of their spark, which will be their theme and encompass their ability in some way. It can be pretty much anything too, but at the moment I have been using a lot of adjectives and verbs. It feels the most flexible for designing sparks in my opinion, but that could change as I work on making more. Rule the second: the humanoid must be living their life in alignment with their tether and their god. This is kind of a little bit more vague, but I guess you can technically argue that they're both very vague. I don't know. I think this one's more vague though. As a quick example, I'm going to talk about my favorite little special boy, Duncan, because he's the main protagonist of this story that I have made up in my brain. The requirements of his first rule is met when his tether god, Macabre, comes down to him in a dream and tells him directly that his tether is unburdened. His second rule is when he finally gives himself permission to leave his bad home life without having any resentment to any of the people that he had connections with or any shame in himself. At that point, he was officially unburdened. And of course, you've seen his special powers form. He has a chain to signify he is no longer shackled. They are free-flowing. He throws it around wherever he wants. The chains are his weapons now, no longer a hindrance. I thought I was really clever with that. Now, some interesting side notes and other rules and what have you in regards to this magic system. Mortals are actually able to untether themselves from their deity. For any reason too. Whether it's because they don't like their god, or like they just don't like the gods in general, or maybe they don't even believe in the gods. But also, it can be if they don't like their tether or their spark. I could even go on, but you get the idea. Once the tether has been severed, their life is in their own hands, for better or for worse. The thing about the severed tether though, other gods know that the connection has been lost, and now it's become a free-for-all. These gods want that connection. Actually, they need this connection. and are willing to do anything for it. But now the roles are reversed, and the untethered human is the one who gets to decide the rules, including what their spark is. That is, of course, if it's within the power of that god who is being asked to make this new connection with. Once the offer has been made, whether that god gives exactly what is asked for or not, this bond is sealed and can only be broken by the mortal. This is important because once the mortal says that they want to break their second tether, that god owns that mortal. There's no 3 strikes, you're out. You're done. Pack it in. I'm not going to say they die because that would be counterintuitive to some of the deities, especially Sol, who is literally the life deity. It'd be really weird to be like, boom, death. Now, on the flip side to that whole situation, if somebody actually wants to double down and choose to stay connected, form a solid bond with their birth tethered deity, they would get one of those like classic anime power level boosts. You know what I'm talking about, like a Super Saiyan or a Naruto training sequence or like Madoka Magica. You know, something crazy. Now, I have to tell everyone the sad truth. That is, I am really bad at making magic powers and special abilities. And it's really embarrassing to mention this because I've been working on this for over a decade and none of my guys have really cool special powers to speak of. Like Duncan is literally just a meteor hammer or a rope dart, depending on which end he uses. That's not a superpower, that's just a tool. But, you know, I'm not going to stress over it. I'm not going to freak out. It's all okay. And the reason it's okay is because I just need practice. I need to work on honing the skill, flexing this muscle of figuring out what cool powers would be like. And the good news is, that's the whole freaking reason I started this channel. I want to make videos where I am making new original characters in different themes, or even better, I was thinking about converting existing properties and universes into my original universe's canon. Kind of like a OU XAU series kind of deal. I'm gonna workshop that title. I like it, but it also sounds like it doesn't make any sense. Let me know if it sounds good. Speaking of this OU XAU series, a little bit of a mouthful to say. I've already been working on one, and I am very excited to share it. I've literally been stopping myself so many times from just making it and posting it and just being enthralled in all of its interestingness because I'm so excited about it. But like, I didn't want people to go into it being like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? What is happening? That's not what I wanted. Now that I have the groundwork of this universe kind of out there, I feel like I can safely start doing these other series and it be understandable. However, I could also go into depth of the dichotomy of voidlings, explaining exactly how the division of angels and demons occurred, maybe even the classifications of what makes what. Does that sound interesting to you? Would you like me to do that video? Please let me know. It's not important, but I'll do it. Just let me know. Regardless, 2 weeks from now, you, my happy voidlings and humans, and I will be taking a trip into another world that's happening in this one that I've made, except for it's a different world. I gotta find a tagline for this or something. I don't know. But this next video, I promise it's gonna be epic. Before I send you back from whence you came, I'd like to do a little shout out to my Redbubble. More so though, I want to show you what you could get. But instead of just simply flashing products at you willy-nilly, why don't we do a kind of unboxing? Huh? I ordered some stickers. Obviously, you can tell that this has already been opened. I'm so sorry. I'm very excited about these stickers. But I did want to allow you the opportunity to see the really cute packaging that they came in, because what the heck? They even take this much care into such small packages. Say what you want about Redbubble, I won't tell you that you're wrong, but I'm very thankful that there is a place that I'm able to give you all a small piece of my artwork without adding to the clutter that is my tiny freaking apartment. A goal of mine is for my partner and I to be able to get our own house so that I could finally have a space to keep backstock and start my own sticker and postcard subscription shop. Of course, I wouldn't be going through Redbubble for those. Just look at the quality of the sticker printing right here. But by supporting me at the start of this journey, you'll be helping me to reach a level of standard that I want in the future. Plus, you'll have some really cute artwork from this very underground, very niche artist. Kind of a win-win, right? I hope you agree. I don't know. Please take a second to check out my Redbubble and get yourself something that you like. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Subscribe, like, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you later. Bye.